Pitbabe 2 debrief. We have not done a debrief in so long.
Yes.
And with these episodes, we upload them as both regular videos and as podcast format. Yes. So if you are not watching our video, we are currently sat and in a way that feels like we should have a cat on our lap and like be like caressing them. Like, no, don't you dare. Don't get the stuffed animal. No.
It's my child.
No.
Okay, keeping custody today. Okay.
That's insane. Now I have to put my hands down. Like, but yeah, we just wrapped up Pitbabe 2, season 2. Oh my god. It's the fastest hand movements in the world. I think my body had a visceral reaction to the season because throughout the episodes, the last 3 episodes that we had to watch, my shoulder was spazzing the entire time, and the second we finished it, it's fine. And yeah, I don't know, but
it's that sense of relief that it's the end. It's the end of an era.
Yeah, it honestly it could be, because I don't think it's relief though. I'm kind of sad that it's over. I mean, I'm happy like we can like watch the next show that me and you wanted to watch together, but it's kind of sad because we've been watching it for over a year. That like it's like done now, but I do typically post these debriefs before the last episode that we've watched has come out. But I don't know if I'll do that with this one or not. But if this goes out and our last reactions to Pitbabe hasn't gone out yet, it'll be up soon. Teehee. But yeah, so we were gonna sit on it, we were gonna think on it, I guess. In general, if you guys do not know somehow, if you're watching this and you don't know what Pitbabe is about, Pitbabe is a show where the Omegaverse is a thing. We follow Babe, aka Pitbabe, who is a racer, and he has special abilities. Yes, of course he's the best.
He's Pitbabe.
He's Pitbabe. And he's on this team called X Hunter, and they're all racers or mechanics and stuff like that for this team. And basically everything goes wrong because of Babe's adoptive father. Now, it gets more in depth with that, but we're on season 2. So hopefully if you're watching this debrief, you've watched it yourself, because if not, this is like insane spoilers. Like, you've been warned. Get out.
Massive.
Get out if you're not ready for season 2 spoilers. We're not talking about the season 1. We're talking about season 2, as he has been throwing up. So, yeah, you gotta be careful. Someone's gonna like edit that one day, and it's gonna
edit what?
Nothing. Okay, so in the last episode that we streamed, we said that we were going to think about how we feel about the ending. So I guess we will talk about that last. I like talking about the characters, like individually, and their partnerships, because there's a lot of couples in this show. So is there anyone that you want to start with?
Let's start off small.
Small.
Pete.
That's small?
Yeah.
Not for you.
In the grand scheme of things, I feel like these are pretty.
Okay.
At least in season 2. In season 2, he definitely has taken a step back in terms of how prominent of a character he is in this grand story. In season 2 than season 1. Season 1, he was like, I'm this mystery guy. He introduced, Mr. Bow and Arrow. He ain't shot a freaking bow all season 2. Anyway, but season 1, he introduced, I'm this mysterious, strong guy with a bow and arrow, and I kind of work as the man in the middle between Tony and X Hunter, and this, that, the third, and like, I got the information about who the Enigma is, and like, I'm like passing off the information, and then eventually helping to coordinate the attack against Tony in season 1. Season 2, I'm just a guy who, I own this facility, and we're trying to make this drug, and I just have sex with my assistant, who also turns out to be the twin of the guy who I had a one-sided crush on, and that's really the main reason why I even like him for real. And yeah, that's it. And they threw me in a few scenes to make me seem relevant, but after that, I mean, I was just kind of there. And that's pretty much it. Like, season 2, he was not given as much of a role. Granted, he didn't really need it, but he definitely took kind of a step back in terms of how important of a character he was. But he's still stupid. He's still stupid. Stupid. Because he is one of the many people who just would not ever like have that conversation or ever ask a question or just do like a simple thing that could have been done that would have changed the whole story, made things so much easier. But he just like, no, I'm just lab guy while I simp over my dead crush's twin. That's pretty much the extent of his character. He ain't never shot, like I said, he ain't never shot that bow since season 1. Where the bow at? Literally every time, like his whole, like he was like, it's like if we've had enough screen time with either Al and Jeff, pretty much if you had enough screen time with everybody else, he would just be in that house laid up with Chris, and then someone would bust in and be like, Pete, there's something we have to tell you. And that's pretty much that's all his character was. I mean, it's just like, it was just kind of just he was just there.
And he still irked your soul.
Yes.
A lot.
Yes.
So,
yes.
With his little screen time and little step back character,
yes.
he still made you the most mad.
Because he's stupid. He's dumb. He's stupid. I don't like his character.
That's fair. I feel like I don't have an opinion on him. Like, I don't dislike him. I don't love him. I'm very neutral. I do think it's insanely weird that in the beginning he was with Way's twin while still being in love with Way. And I know that at the end they were like, oh, it's been a year. Like, if there's ever a time where I can completely forget about Way, like, I want to prove that I'm in love with you. And like, I am glad that they showed us that little scene at the end of the series with everyone like together and having their little moment, because it doesn't leave like questions of like, oh, like, did they get back together? Like, you know, it like closes that. But I am just like, yeah,
I don't like that relationship. It's weird. It's weird. I don't care if like he actually eventually like loved Chris for who he was, but like the fact that he looks exactly like him but just with fucking glasses, I'm sorry, you cannot convince me that you don't still have that I don't care if it's like just the smallest minuscule lingering feeling that, oh man, you look like Way, man, I used to love Way, and that's why you're dating him, because it's always gonna look like that. I'm sorry. I mean, he would have to go through some entire plastic surgery process, look a completely different person for it to seem somewhat okay. But it's still weird. I didn't like their relationship. It was weird.
Yeah, it's a little off-putting.
Like, I thought initially that like Chris was a clone, and it would have made me hate his character more, but I would have accepted that more than to just like, I'm just in love with his twin. Like,
I think if it was a clone, it almost is like even more morally confusing.
But like, at least like it's like, you know that it's morally confused. Like, it's morally like, meanwhile it's like a twin where it's like, well, I mean, it's technically not Way. I mean, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think there was any saving that relationship.
Yeah, I mean,
anyway.
it was going to look weird regardless, but I feel like it would have been a little less weird if he just cloned him.
Yeah, which, I mean, technically they are clones.
Technically, yeah.
They don't have a mom.
They're test tube babies.
Yeah, so technically all of their DNA is hypothetically just Tony's.
Yeah. So
technically, doesn't that just make them clones?
Yeah.
But I don't know, unless they put DNA from the surrogate, because they still had to be birthed in some way, right? So
yeah,
I don't know. It's an interesting thing. Speaking of Chris, we both did not trust him, but for different reasons. I feel like I didn't think he was a clone. I didn't know what I thought he was, but I didn't think he was a clone. We kind of mutually just agreed that he was probably a clone, but at first I was like, I don't remember what my first impression of him was, but I remember you said clone, and I was somewhere else, and then I just was like, okay, I'm on board with the clone thing.
You were saying that he was working with Tony.
I did think I was suspicious of everyone in the beginning. I thought Chris was suspicious. I thought Dean was suspicious. I think that's where it ends, honestly.
That man was like a freaking lost, sad puppy. You're like, I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
I think in real life, if we're not talking about characters in a TV show, in real life, if one of my teammates tried to kill another teammate, and then after everything that went down, we just magically accepted that man back, I would not feel right around him ever until what he pulled, risking his life. That's when I would have been like, okay, well, maybe.
I wouldn't say they magically accepted him, but like I feel like they I mean, yes, but like they also knew what he went through. Dude, bro was in jail and almost died, and pretty much ever since he got kicked out, life has been shit for him. So
I guess
it's like
I just that's why I was so hell-bent on
So I didn't think, like, obviously he wasn't like initially to be trusted, but like you were just like he was literally just like, hey guys, I'm really sorry. I just want something to do. I need money. I need some place to stay. Like, we're pretty much a lost puppy who almost got killed on the side of the road, literally, and it showed. And you were just like, nah. Fuck that dude, man. He's suspicious. He's working for Tony. They just tried to kill him. Nah, he working for Tony. Tony. Spy.
Which is why I apologize. Like, I'm sorry, man. But wholeheartedly, if you weren't played by Lee, you would have been a spy. There would have been no redemption arc. They saved you and gave you a redemption arc because Lee is the actor that played you, bruh. In any other show, that man would have betrayed them. They would have backstabbed him again. And it's okay, though. We had a lot of moments in the show where one of us called something. And a lot of aha moments. I think my favorite aha moment that I had was the last one. The oh my god, Charlie's taking his power. He's touching him. Because like, when I was like, wait a minute. Charlie's power just involves touching someone. He's touching Tony! And I was so excited. I was like, oh my god, he's going to take his power, and even if he gets shot, he's going to survive it because he took Tony's power. He just had to drink his blood. It's great. But we didn't get clarification on if they actually took the drug to take away their powers or not. We're assuming they did, but
I think it was completed. Like, they had it. Like, if you wanted to take it, you could, but like
if there's no complications, then just keep it going on.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk. We skimmed through Dean and Chris. Dean, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry that I did not trust you. Me and Sonic were on the same page of not trusting you. But, you helped them capture Willie. But other than that, you were just a sad puppy this entire season. Yeah, And
you were like, that puppy's suspicious.
That puppy looks like a cat. I don't trust it. Like, you're telling me there's a puppy in front of me and I'm looking at two pointed triangle ears.
It's like, what's it called? Bullcrap. I'm a bear.
A bear? Yeah, I did not trust him at all. And Chris, I eventually trusted you. I think it took
literally till like the last few episodes.
When he was like, "Oh, I'm a twin," I was like, "Okay, here we go. Here we go, bro." I think Winner. I want to talk about Winner. I feel like Winner. I liked him more in this season than last season. He wasn't as annoying.
He's a lot better as a henchman than a racer who just sucks at racing and always loses.
Yeah, and then just it's called Winner. That just
Winner
was not winning ever.
He definitely his role as a henchman, even though he still wasn't a good one, was a better role than the being on a racetrack, because God was he trash.
Yeah, and he's very much like he just does stuff to like feel important. And like once it backfires, he like runs away. Like you had mentioned, like, oh, like why didn't they give Winter powers as like one of your most loyal henchmen? Winter's not loyal at all. When everything went down and like everyone was getting shot and stuff, he ran away. And then when he got caught by the group of that group of 5, he was like, I'm gonna head out now, bye, and just ran. I do think that
he didn't get jumped again.
Yeah, he didn't want to get jumped again. That I wanted that to happen again. I thought that was gonna be funny. But the my favorite scene with him is when he killed the other guy, the other henchman, because I didn't think he had it in him. So when he
was kind of forced to.
He was, but that was a cool scene.
Yeah.
Like it freaks me out when we watched that. I thought Winter was gonna be a much bigger problem than what he actually was.
He would have been if he'd given him powers. And I feel like that ties into my whole character. Tony was not a good villain. He wasn't. He was not a good villain.
On the hot seat. Was Tony a good villain?
Tony was not a good villain. He literally could have like won, or at least he always claimed that he could have won. Like he's one of those villains that's like, ha, I have this, that. You'll never beat me, but I'm not going to do anything myself, so I'm going to let everybody else do it and fail when they have always failed. So I'm going to let them fail again, and then when they fail, I just beat them up because I'm just mad at them for doing something that I claim that I could do easily all the time, and then end up doing it so much to the point where it's like, oh shit, they're actually here, and like, I'm cooked. And then he loses, and it's like, it doesn't make sense. And it's like at that point, at least midway through the show, he had pretty much perfected the drug, or a drug, to like give people powers and control them. Granted, I know that like it probably is just a budgeting issue just to have like a whole bunch of people, but what was stopping him from having a whole like army of people, or like all his henchmen that he had that was like in that freaking, like, literally all the henchmen that were in Babe's house, that one scene where he had visited, if he had given them all powers, who would stop them? Who would stop them? And then Winter as well. Granted, I mean, you said Winter's like, he's not loyal, but he gave Kenta powers. He gave Alan powers. Like, what? Why would you do that? Why would you put yourself... And then it's like, he wants to be this villain. They kept trying to make him to this villain who, like... Granted, you can do a villain who like sends other people to do their dirty work well, but then he would like jump into the mix for no reason and then get punished for it. Like, say that he didn't have those freaking resurrection powers. He died to Kenta after he was already kind of like doing some sneaky stuff the entire season, and then he's like, oh, you stabbed me? What? And then Alan, who literally... what never worked for him ever, you give him powers, and he's like, oh, you stabbed me? What? Like, it's like, you give, like, you put yourself, like, you let all these people, like, do the work for you, and then when, like, a situation comes to where you actually would need somebody else to do it, and not you physically be there because you know that you're the big boss, and you know that they're going to target you because you are the leader of the operation, cut the head off, then the situation's gone, then you like, you know what, I'm going to go. Why? And it's like, it was really annoying me how he just like, if I wanted to, I would kill all of your friends. But no, I'm not gonna do it. If he literally did that, what he said, because granted, who was going to stop them? Even with the people they had now, who was going to stop them? Jeff could see the future, but what was that going to do? Babe, he didn't have his powers, right, for season 2?
For the most of season 2, he did.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So no powers there either. What is Pete gonna do? Read their mind? You got to touch the guy with a gun. What is Chris gonna do? He's a normal person. What is Kenta gonna do? The same thing he always does: be stupid and get caught and always get freaking chained up somewhere. He's doing that in season 1. Kenta was really stupid. Kenta really served no purpose but just to be an annoying henchman who like had some weird loyalty. And then when he got his loyalty like broken and finally broke apart, he just still continued to do stupid stuff and go back to Tony. It was dumb. It was stupid. But he did like all that stuff happens, and like these people, this group of people is essentially nothing to him. He literally has politicians under his like in the palm of his hands. He can get away with anything. He was literally getting away with child trafficking and experimentation. So what? So killing a group of what? North Sonic, Pitbabe, Charlie, Jeff, Alan. Kill like 7 people or 8 people if you want to include like Pete and like 8 people. You tell me he couldn't like do that and cover it up? It wasn't like any of them had combat abilities with the exception of maybe Pitbabe. But they weren't going to do nothing against guns, and all of his henchmen had guns. Essentially, he was one of those villains that just like talk shit, then put himself in a position to fail constantly. So I just think he's a terrible villain. Like, yeah, I think he's a terrible villain.
I feel like I agree. Like, I don't think he did anything relatively smart. Like, the only thing that he had going for him was the fact that he could kind of control people.
But that's only because they were stupid.
Yeah.
Like with Alan.
It's the thing is like he's only a villain, and his plans only kind of somewhat worked for a little bit because the other people that he was using the plans against were idiots. Mm-hmm. So it's like man, if you had the Stranger Things crew up in there,
you would have been cooked first season.
Nancy would have put a bullet through his head, and then they would have seen that he's coming back, and they would have been like, shoot him again.
Right. They would have made that a freaking like a little comedic moment. Oh, shoot him again! Like he keeps getting back up. No.
It's like shoot him again.
Exactly.
Because that's the only reason. He had the biggest plot armor that I have seen in a villain in so long. Because it just like would not have made sense. Like if you put anyone else in this, like we could get the freaking Boy Next World group and put them against Tony. And I still think that without powers, those idiots would have beat Tony quicker. Like I genuinely don't like a lot. And the thing is not only is it just on Tony because he's just a bad villain and kind of like he couldn't make up his mind about what he wanted to do with people, and he wanted to keep everyone alive because he wanted to be able to eventually use them. But still, instead of just going and doing that and just kidnapping them all and just giving them the drug or whatever, he didn't do that. So the problem is really, when we come down to it, the fact that he only was a villain for this long because of lack of information. Like, for example, they didn't know that he could resurrect himself. And then lack of communication from the ex-Hunter team of just not talking to each other. Because it would have been so easy to defeat Tony after we found out, hey, he has this power. This is what happens in order to get him to resurrect. So now we know his weakness. We know how to take him down. We got the chip out of Willie. So if Alan had not went and gotten a power, and I guess Dean was kind of unavoidable. Like we couldn't really do anything about Dean. He got in a car accident. They stole him. But still, if Alan hadn't done what he did, he wouldn't have been under influence by Tony at all. And if Kenta hadn't done what he did, he wouldn't have been there. So then we would have had the entire squad completely Tony free, and we could have developed a plan to just essentially assassinate Tony. Like that's all you had to do, because apparently the politicians don't give a fuck, because once Tony was gone, they just went poof, like they don't care. So eventually there'll probably be a problem again, because politicians that are bad don't stop just because one person dies. That's common. So like I don't even know. There was literally no one else that the ex-Hunter team had to worry about but Tony, and somehow it took 13 episodes for someone to try to kill him. Not succeed. Try. Just try to kill him. Like, honestly, Alan, props to you, because it would have worked. It would have worked if you did it.
Grab the cane.
If you had grabbed the cane and then stabbed him again, maybe we wouldn't have been in a situation. But, like, I do agree, Tony, if you had a scale of, like, 1 to 10, and 10 is, like, the best villain in the world, and 1 is the worst villain in the world, you're sitting at a solid 2.
Like, I was feeling generous. I was gonna say 4, but yeah.
No, solid 2. Because you gotta think about it. The best villain in the world is like, you not stopping this man.
Yeah.
Like, he is getting everything he wants, whatever. Like, that is the bad ending. That is the bad ending. The only thing, like, even plot armor not saving y'all. And then 1 is like, man.
Winner.
Yeah, like, honestly, I just feel like that's kind of the trend of this show. It's just lack of communication and idiotic moves. Like, we were literally yelling at him, like, Alan, pick up the cane. Alan, pick up the cane. Alan, pick up the cane. What did he do? He didn't pick up the cane. Like, I was like...
And the thing is, they were so, like... What also irked me about it is that everybody was so scared of him with no real, like, reason to be scared. Like, Willie. Why was Willie scared to double cross Tony?
After the chip wasn't in his head anymore, actually even before, because apparently all he needed to get was the cane.
Literally, all the chip was a freaking shock collar.
Maybe he thought like someone other than Tony would like set it off or something, because he was like, oh, like, the chip in my head will make me explode Suicide Squad style. So maybe because of that. But honestly, I think it was funny that like, the only time we have ever seen Willie's power of stopping time fail him was when he was trying to kill Tony. And he looked so shocked. He looked so shocked. Well, to be fair, the reason I give him grace on that is because I don't think he knew that could happen. Because every other time that he's stopped time, that's never happened to him. Because he looked genuinely shocked, like, oh, shit. And then that shock is the reason why Tony kind of got an upper hand on him, because he was like... Because even you said it. You said the only way to take Willie down is if you shock him.
Yeah, you just catch him off guard.
But
I don't know.
But I am glad that he came around. I love the Willie redemption arc.
Yeah, it's just like... Even if even if like the heads would blow up if he went up, there was no real, like, at least it didn't go into detail, but there was no real thing that was stopping them from like interacting or like telling each other the plan. Tony cannot hear from millions of miles away. That's not his power. There's no, like, he has no hidden cameras in X Hunter, or at least it wasn't stated. So why was Alan just like, even if Alan still went to Tony, whatever, what was stopping him from just be like, hey guys, I made a mistake. Tony gave me a power and he wants me to do this with Charlie Blood, blah, 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 blah. How can we stop it? I mean, because literally they did, because essentially they did the same, and oh my gosh, wow, that's, okay, the thing I just realized, they literally stopped him the same way they stopped him in season 1. By trying to have some, like, pretending to have some fake transaction to where he thinks that he's, like, got the person he's been targeting all season, just for them to, ooh, we actually, psych, we're gonna shoot you and fight you now. And then they won. They did that both times. They did that for the first season and the second season, and he fell for it both times.
And to be fair, though, that just goes back to circle back to the fact that he's a terrible villain.
It's horrible.
Because you fell for the same trap twice. And honestly, I will give them their perks that I did not even think about cutting the power. Good job on y'all for cutting the power. Because I don't know what he was doing over there with his little laptop. Yeah. Like, but I
don't know what he was doing with that.
He looked like he was doing something. I was getting worried.
He was about to pull something out with that. He was...
Yeah, so good job with that one. But I feel like Tony just was not a good villain. And on to Dumb and Dumber, Alan and Kenta. Yeah. I feel like Alan takes the VIP of the dumbest person in this. And honestly, I thought it was going to be Kenta, but it's...
I don't know. That's debatable.
I feel like it's not. And I feel like it's because of what I said before. It's like, in the grand scheme of things...
Are you just meaning in, like, season 2 or, like, as a whole?
Well... Okay, if we consider season 1... then Kenta wins.
Yeah, okay.
But if we're considering just season 2, Alan wins.
Yeah, I'll give
because just in the grand scheme of things, when you think of how many people did this dumb action affect, Alan affected every single person.
Yep.
Kenta only really affected himself and Kim a little bit because he like crashed out like, where's my man?
Right.
Like, that's the only people he affected. Kenta getting re-caught didn't put any of the others in danger. Getting caught and getting a freaking strength. Yeah. Alan getting a chip in his head not only affected Charlie, but it led to this spiral domino effect of all of them having to do this thing. And he couldn't even help him in the end other than at the shootout because he got taken. And just like, it was just stupid. Like, honestly, I understand the fact that you had a debilitating condition that was making it to where you couldn't protect people, and you have this like, I need to protect all these people and I love my brother so much, like I must go and get this done so that like I can take care of it myself. I understand that. But the problem with that protector mentality is that you did it with the one person that never keeps his promises. He just says he keeps it, but he will flip that thing around immediately. Like, he was like, oh yeah, if you give me Charlie's blood, I'll let Dean and Kenta go. But I never said only Charlie's blood. Like, what the heck are we talking about right now, bro? Like, I actually am going to have a brain aneurysm trying to talk. Like, if I ever had to talk to Tony, I think I would just wring his neck. Like, what? So, I don't know. I just feel like that was stupid. And it was insanely stupid that you stabbed him and then didn't take the cane. I still don't know how you survived getting shot in the chest. No biggie. I'm just gonna warrant that down to you having powers. But they had this whole like dramatic, sad moment hugging each other and stuff. And I was like, oh well, maybe he'll like just be out of commission for a little bit. I don't think he's gonna die, but I don't know. And then Kenta, I don't know what your aim was for staying in there instead of after you got caught leaving once you like freed yourself, because all you did was get re-caught, and it doesn't seem like you were doing anything while you were in there.
He didn't even gather any information when he was there. He literally broke out, disguised himself, got no information, just walked around and just went on his own little personal scenic route of the freaking base, got caught, and then put back in chains.
I mean, I'm glad that now he's basically indestructible, because hey, that's a cool power. It's like now he can't really be harmed. He's like freaking Luffy. But like, I don't understand that. Like, other than like y'all just did not know what to do with Kenta, so that's what you did. I don't know. Like, I really don't understand his motive. And I'm really shocked that like Kim and Kenta didn't just like leave together. Like, obviously at the end we saw that they got together when Kim came back, but I'm surprised that they didn't leave to Korea together. Because Kenta, what are you doing in Thailand? What do you have a job? What is your purpose? Because you were like, oh, I'm just gonna find like to live for me. Okay, what is living for me?
Also, hot take, I feel like their relationship was kind of rushed.
No, it was definitely rushed. But I think, like, they didn't have enough time. But also, Kim has liked Kenta way longer than...
Yeah, but, like, Kenta never reciprocated those feelings until the kiss.
I think he is very stone-faced. And, like, the first time the kiss happened, when they were on the, like, table, it's like what that Forced Book interview... Where it was like, after the kiss, I just sat and stared at my ceiling for a little bit. It's like that interview is like, that probably like, Kim probably kissed Kenta, and then Kenta was just sitting there like, oh fuck, I actually kind of like that. Wait a minute, hold on. It's like, wait, I mean, I know I'm in love with this other idiot, and it's like, well, I kind of like the smart guy too. It's like, this might be a better choice for me. And then Kim kissed him like really quickly, like as a like test, and then he was like, you know what, fuck it, and just got it. I was like, yep, okay, I approve this message. But yeah, I Kento, you don't have a type because Pete and Kim
are different,
except for having weird
obsessions,
first crushes.
Yeah.
I mean, like being in love with basically someone who considers you a brother, and then that guy's in love with the brother of his freaking. What's up with y'all and brothers? What did?
My brothers.
I'm reading a BL right now that has that going on as well, where the main character had a relationship with his stepbrother. They're not blood related at all. It's like one of those things where his parents died, and his mom's best friend took him in, so he like grew up around this other kid, and they're like called brothers just because they grew up together. But they ended up like liking each other and like having like a sexual relationship, and then they broke it off when they're younger. But the other brother still wants him, and he's like, "Nah, man, you're annoying me.
We're just friends, though."
We're just friends, though. It's like that's what it reminds me of. It's very loosely what it reminds me of, because I'm just like, this is a weird enough relationship where I'm not fully endorsing it, but I'm like, technically, ethically, it's fine, but I don't like it. That's how I feel about that.
Yeah.
But I mean, Kim pulled his weight for someone that was not involved at all. Ever. He was never involved.
He would literally pull up, get the entire like situation, know exactly what's happening, know like what people are hiding, this, that, the third, and then just like, yo, this dude's tripping. Like Kim Loki was the reason that the story progressed at some points.
Kim, I feel another hot take. Without Kim, they would all be dead.
Yes.
Because even in season 1, he was doing this where he was like, you're doing weird stuff. I'm just trying to drive. I just want to be a racer, and you're over here playing dirty and all this stuff. And he was like, hell nah. Even in season 1, he was helping Babe, like being like, hey, you can't go over there and talk to him, man. It's not the right time. Like, you can't do that. And then in season 2, he noticed that like all these things, and immediately, this is what makes him different. They'll notice something, but they won't go and talk about it. That's the freaking problem.
They'll just
like,
see it and just like,
oh, that's weird. Oh, that's what they're doing. Like, what makes it different is Kim would see something, and he'd be like, he has a mark behind his ear. Did you see that?
Yeah. Yo,
I think he went to Tony. And then, like, or even when he was like, you know what? Pete's not going to do shit. I'm going to sit outside Alan's house. And I'm going to wait till he leaves. I'm going to see where he goes. Oh, he went to Tony's lab? I know you did something. And you know what? I appreciate it.
Because nobody else would have done that.
No one else. Everyone else got a good night of sleep. Like, and then Jeff, baby. Jeff, I think you match your name. Because the fact that you didn't notice that your lover was doing some shady stuff, I know you were taking care of your brother that had amnesia and stuff, but like,
I still think it's weird. This guy tells you, I'm gonna go have surgery, and then you're literally like, he comes back. First of all, he comes back from surgery
fine.
No,
can walk.
More than fine. Like, oh yes, I can. I'm so good. I can do.
I can race.
Right. I can drive. I can punch. I can fight. Yeah, I can move. Nobody is like that after surgery.
And if they are, like, it takes a while.
Exactly. He
rehab,
he was better than he was before. As soon as the surgery was over. And like I said, you over there laying up together. You don't got no clothes on, got no shirts on, and ain't no where your scars at. Yeah, surgery. Where your scars at? I don't see no scars. Where they at?
Maybe it was like, oh, he didn't have surgery. He just had this like medication that helps. But even that doesn't sound right.
No,
like it just nothing makes sense to like make me be like, this is where Jeff's head was. And then when they were like, oh, Alan's been taken, he's like, did they get him on when he was on his way home to get his meds? Jeff. Like honestly, you are a cutie patootie, and that's what you are. It's okay. Like you had a bigger brain in season 1 than now. I think the love and the stupidity from Alan's decision making is rubbing off on you, because I just the entire time was like, Jeff, come on, Jeff. And then for Alan to make this big deal, like, you didn't tell me that your powers were making you like this. We're lovers. We're supposed to tell each other everything. You hurt my feelings. I'm going to go sulk. And then you went to the literal worst person you could have went to get this superpower and didn't talk to your lover about nothing. What if you would have gotten that injection and it would have killed you? Now Jeff's sitting here like, oh, where my boyfriend at? Because
it literally wasn't like perfected. Like people were dying from, like people were getting experimented on with like the powers and they were dying. So there's a chance that he just could have just died right there. Game over. No more Alan.
No more Alan. And I really thought he was going to die. Like with the way that they were talking, I was like, bruh. I felt the Charlie scene coming. So I was like, I don't know if it's going to be Charlie or Babe, but one of them's going to be in a predicament where they almost die or they die. But the only reason I was watching that and I wasn't crying my eyes out is because they gave me the golden ticket. I was like, he's touching him. He's taking his power. I think we're good. So, I mean, that was a thing. North and Sonic.
You know, they're a little stubborn, but they got there in the end. That's all I can say about them.
They got there, yeah. And to be honest, I thought that they were going to stress me out the most couple-wise. Boy, was I wrong.
No, they locked in
towards the end. They did, and I just... Now, if y'all can lock in and God bless you from death...
Well, they were locked in at some point.
That would be amazing. Well, technically, at where I am... They are more locked in than they were episode 1, so I'll take it. I mean, hey, at least it's not season 2, episode 8.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ. Why are you doing that? But, I think Willie... I really like Willie. Because he was basically doing stuff because he had to. And he's a really good antagonist. He's a really good antagonist because he's understandable, and his personality is just his personality. Like, even if he didn't have this drug and wasn't in this life or death situation, he just a dickhead, bro. Like, he just likes fucking with people, and he likes pushing his limits. Like, even at the end when he was like, oh, well, you know, Charlie's gonna be asleep for a while if you ever want to hang out with me, and Babe gave him a look and he's like, I'm kidding, man, like, I'm sorry. Like, so I just like Willie. Like, I think if Willie was one of my friends, like, I would want to punch him every once in a while, but I actually like his personality. He's kind of funny.
I think that Willie made the show. I mean, granted, he also was just another guy with powers at the end of the day, but Willie actually, you know, added to the show, Willie added to the side elements of the show along with the main elements, because a lot of things, well, at least the whole thing about season 1 was that I felt like they barely raced in season 1, but they actually raced a lot in season 2. Granted, they weren't like major races or anything, but there was racing involved, which is of course like the core aspect of like what they even do to begin with. And since Willie was like, not only of course he had powers, but he was a good racer, unlike Winter, or I mean I guess Kim was too, but you know, not as good as Willie. But he was a rival in terms of romance. Well, not really, but you know, they were kind of trying to make it seem like that. A rival in terms of romance, racing, and like actual like main conflict in a bit. Like he was involved in every side. Like, he was involved in every aspect, every like side plot of the story. So he made those smaller things more relevant, because they really, I feel like those first 2 episodes of the season 1, it was like, oh yeah, well, we're racing, and oh man, we're gonna have these little street races on the side. Oh man, winner, I'm bad. And then it's like you go into then like Tony gets revealed, and yeah, Kim was thrown into the mix, and you might see like maybe 1 or 2 more races before it's like just straight up just conflict and finding out who the Enigma is and blah 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 blah. Meanwhile, season 2 is like
race,
and more people were racing, because what was it? It was literally just what? It was just Pitbabe.
Race.
In season 1, what? It was
Pitbabe
and Dean until he betrayed them, and then it was literally just Pitbabe racing.
Yeah.
But like now, then he had even more people. Like he had more people racing. Like Dean, of course, Dean came back. He raced. North raced. Charlie raced. I mean, Alan didn't race, but
he had his little happy moment.
Exactly. So it brought. I feel like that was fueled by the fact that I mean, I guess it's less of Willie, but really Willie is part of it. But season 2 as a whole, what I did like is that they brought back some of the side aspects of it instead of just having it all be about, oh, we're just alphas and omegas with superpowers, and we have to stop this guy from human trafficking again.
Yeah, I feel like probably the biggest hot take thing. I liked Babe and Charlie's relationship more in this season, despite what happened. Despite everything that happened, I like their relationship way more. I feel like what happened with Charlie made Babe realize how much he loved him and appreciate him more. And I feel like they kind of set Babe up to look bad. Because in the books, this is why. Because I see your face. In the books, Charlie apparently ignores Babe way more. So when he has that crash out of like, you're barely even paying attention to me. And we were like, huh? Is because in the books that does happen, but they didn't really show it as well in the show. And I was like, okay, I'll give you a little bit of leeway there. But I feel like the show is called Pitbabe, and the person that suffered the most was Charlie, bruh. Like, in season 1, he was having all these relationship problems with Babe and stuff, but like season 2, he was having that, plus his body was going through it. He was trying to save his brother, got his powers, started having moments because of that. Had Tony trying to get his blood and kidnap this man. Like, lost all his memories and had to freaking record a video like, hey, if you're seeing this, you probably don't remember anything. There's just like all this stuff going on. Like, Pitbabe was emotionally in distress, but bro, Charlie was going through it and then got shot 3 times and was in a coma for how long? And then for a year, still didn't get his memories back, and got his memories back after he finally got the guts to race. And like, Babe, like, yeah, like Charlie was going through it, bruh. Just, yeah. I do like their relationship more in season 2 though. And I'm glad they got married. And I'm glad they showed us the wedding. Do you still have a little, like, I don't know, resentment against Babe?
Just for the way he handled Willie was so bad. It was so bad. The way Babe handled Willie was like so bad. Like, he annoyed me with that, because he was on some, like, Willie's like, I like you and I want you, and like, you know, leave Charlie for me. Like, I'm the only one for you. Yeah, I'm the only one for you, you know. Just come with me. And then, yeah, exactly. And then Babe was like, bruh, nuh-uh. Like, because, like, Willie, like, at that, like, it was like that first half when Willie was, like, rage baiting him. I'm fully convinced Willie could have been like, I bet I'm a better kisser than Charlie. And then Babe would be like, nuh-uh. And then try to kiss him to, like, prove that he was, like, a worse kid. Like, that's like, he was getting rage baited into, like, doing stuff so easily. Like, he would just fall for his trap every single time. And it's like, oh my gosh, just don't talk to him. Or even if he's trying to talk to you, just don't play into what he's feeding. He did it every day. It was really annoying. And that's why it even led up to that scene in the bath that would have happened if Babe just chilled out, just like calm down, and think rationally about this for 1 minute second, millisecond. Just think, just stop, just pause and think. So that was very annoying. I mean, and then that on top of course, I mean, I know you said it's like the discrepancy between the book and the show, but like that, then all that leading up to you never cared about me. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
That was annoying.
I don't know, man. Babe is a funny character to me. Because I don't understand his thought process. It's just like, you're so funny. Like, and Charlie might get boyfriend of the year because I don't think Charlie has ever done something where I'm like, you idiot. Why would you do that? Out of the entire show, actually, I don't think Charlie's ever done something I disagreed with. Mm-hmm. And even like Alan and Jeff have done stuff in their relationship where I'm like, you idiot. North and Sonic have done stuff where I'm like, you idiot. Mm-hmm. Like, I just feel like Charlie's the only one where I'm like, yeah, valid. Yeah. Sounds good. And I feel like because of that, I have to crown Charlie as, like, favorite character. Because it's like, he hasn't done anything wrong. He's, like, the perfect little character. The only thing he has done is suffer. That's all he's done. Just suffer. So, yeah. I don't know. I feel like Charlie and Willie, favorite characters. I just love the way Willie was written.
Yeah, I like Willie as a character. He was cool. My favorite character. My favorite character overall. Yes.
Okay. What would you rate season 2?
I feel like what takes it down for me is, of course, just the fact that, like, a lot of the problems, because, like, okay, granted, you have to have problems arise in the story, or else the plot will never progress. I get it, but I feel like you gotta take into account how, I guess not realistic, but I guess how, like, I want to be able to, like, okay, that makes sense as to why it's, like, happening, because at the end of the day, we're not the characters, so we can't be like, oh, well, I would have done this, so why didn't they do it? But at the same time, it's like little shit like, hey, Tony talked to me today, and he wanted me to betray you guys. That could have solved everything. It could have solved everything.
Or, hey, pick up the cane.
Yeah. Like, it's like little shit like that, where it's just like, that's not even like a difference between me and you thing. That's like literally just, you're just stupid. You're just dumb. So, and, you know, Tony, not a great villain. But, I mean, it was still enjoyable to watch. I give it a 6.8.
Whoa! That's low. That's lower than what you gave season 1.
Yeah.
Really? I'm the opposite. I like this season way more than season 1. So you would say that you like season 1 more? Now he has his thinking cap on. He's going to turn into the thinking man statue any moment now.
But I feel like it flip-flops for me. I feel like it flip-flops for me. But maybe I feel like I might have to look back on it as a whole. But, like, I guess recently with these last 3 episodes, when it was just the dumb-ass decision after dumb-ass decision, it really just kind of pissed me off. So it could be that. But I feel like neither was really better than the other. But it's weird. Like, they're not equal, but they're not. I didn't like see one as better than the other. They're just kind of like. It depends on what you. It depends. It depends.
Oh my god!
It depends on what, like. I guess it just depends on how I'm feeling. To be real, it can go either way.
I feel like because I was looking at, we have a little list. So I'll go to it real quick for you guys. And I was looking at it. Season 1, we collectively gave an 8 out of 10. I feel like I liked season 2 slightly more than season 1. I think I found it more entertaining, and I liked the like the introduction of Willie and the fact that they raced more, and I liked that kind of like the stuff that was built upon like relationship wise in season 1. Like it got like more serious, and like there was other issues like, oh, you guys are still together, but like there's all these things going on. And then like I feel like I wouldn't have enjoyed season 2 as much if season 2 was the show. Like if season 2 was the beginning of the show, it wouldn't have hit the way it did, because season 1 gave all this like build up and stuff like that with like developing the characters and stuff like that, which I think is why I like it more. So it's kind of hard to rate the season separately, but I think because I like it more than the first season, like I would give it an 8.5.
I feel like I changed mine. I think I could bump mine up to a 7.5 because I'm like, okay, I'm just thinking about the last few episodes.
The last few episodes made him so mad that he was like 6.
Yeah, I boosted to a 7.5. Really, because I mean, of course, Willie, and then like I said, I did like the fact they actually like introduced more things than just mafia people with powers, and they actually were racing and had other conflicts. So yeah, I'll go 7.5. 7.5 is my final rating.
Okay, so the verdict has been in. I feel like that means that. Yeah, I was gonna say that means it's an 8 again. I was like, well, we're one apart, so that means collectively we have rated Pitbabe 2 an 8 out of 10. I do want to say, when we're talking about stupid decisions, how did the Heart Killers get to 9.5 with all the stupid decisions they made, bro?
I just feel like I feel like that's just an iconic show.
It is an iconic show. They made something. I don't think it's as stupid as
I don't think they made
Pitbabe.
I don't know if they made stupid decisions. I just feel like that people should have died.
Yeah, you were just mad people didn't die from what happened, I guess.
I feel like the decisions were relatively okay. It's just people probably should have still died because they were trying to dismantle a freaking assassination ring. Like I feel like it doesn't get more dangerous than that.
Yeah, that's fair. Fair. But okay, I think that's all my thoughts out. I got all my anger that was making my muscle spaz out of my body, so that's great.
Yes, that's good.
Did you get everything off your chest?
Yeah.
You're gonna text me like a week later and be like, "Kenta's so stupid."
Yes, that would still remain true, but
that means you didn't get all your anger out.
He just is. I mean, I might not be as mad about it. I'll be like, Kenta's still stupid. Like,
we're gonna be watching a different show one day, and Garfield's just gonna pop up, and you're gonna be like, "Oh!" It's gonna be Neo all over again. It's like he can't see anyone other than Boston when he looks at Neo. So that's a problem.
That was you can blame her for that. That was the first show with Neo that I saw. So
that was the first show with Neo that I saw too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you seen another one.
No. Dang. But anyways, yeah, that's our debrief. Thank you guys for coming out to the stream. If you've been watching us stream Pitbabe for almost an entire year, thank you for doing that. We appreciate you. And hopefully I can get this out to you guys fairly soon. But yeah, that is our rating. My little list is getting so long. Oh my God. And all the shows that I have to finish. Oh my God. Don't look at it. But I'll be getting onto that, I promise. But yeah. we're gonna head out, and I'm gonna find something to eat before I die. But yeah, until next time, guys, keep it weird. W.